Hey, welcome to Willis Wonders. It's another great day to be living this life. We got challenges, and I'm in a series. I somewhat apologize. I'm in a series of sorry, sad but true. I'm just saying, and some things we just need to talk about. All right, now. Don't misunderstand me. Do I still have scripture? Do I have hope in Jesus? Do I understand the big game plan? Absolutely. But we also live in the nasty now and how to deal with that and be aware of what's going on. We can't just ignore what's taking place right now. And that's kind of where I'm at. This is a series. I want to get it done and I want to get over with it. But I it's been on my heart since, for 3-4 months, and it won't go away. So we're in 4 today. We've talked about we're all in this together phrase. All those people that fussed and rioted and lied and cheated for 4 years while Trump was in office is saying, we're all in this together. No, we're not, with 40 executive orders cramming down our throat, changing our country forever. We're not. I'm not for that. I'm not playing that game. Don't include me in that junk. No way. Number 2 is bridge building communication. Have had a couple circumstances already of conflict, so to speak, and bridging communication that bridges, solves problems, and brings people together is critical, and we're not doing that today. We have this huge narrative that's hateful towards Trump, hateful toward America, hateful to Americans, hateful to white guys, hate, just tremendous. You're not going to build a bridge that way. We need to practice and listen to number 2, how to build a bridge through proper communication channels. Special interest is pet peeves and your personal profit are not the scenario of a successful bridge building communication. Number 3, we just talked about the 15 things that we just lost overnight with this new administration. I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat, conservative, liberal, socialist. We need to understand that America, we just lost these 15 things literally overnight. Most of them he did on the very first day, but certainly all been done this first month. And today we're going to talk about the 8 steps of socialism from a different perspective. This is the part that hurts. Okay, so sad, so sad. Just a reminder, there's a infamous, famous article, quote from Khrushchev. Now, he's the Russian dictator back in the 50s and 60s. I'm going to read what he said in 1959, September 29th, 1959, and this is the entire quote. Now, this is the height of communism, and we're America, freedom, okay? And this is the Cold War, and this is, we didn't ever blow up each other, all right? Because we could have, we didn't. But there was a lot of stuff going on. So this is in 1959. So with this presidential election, do you think they're involved in the elections? Come on, people. I was reading the Monroe document, which was like written 1829 or something like that over here on the wall. 1823. We're buying Alaska. We're telling Russia, you stay over there, and we'll stay over here. That was 200 years ago we doing this. Gotta wake up, people. This is what he said. The Russian dictator, Khrushchev. Your children's children will live under communism. You Americans are so gullible. No, you won't accept communism outright. But We will keep feeding you fall doses of socialism until you have finally wake up and find you already have communism. We will not have to fight you. We will so weaken your economy until you fall like an overripe fruit right into our hands. The democracy will cease to exist when you take away from those who are willing to work and give to those who would not work. Now, I don't know if you want to call that a prophecy. You want to think of that as maybe a threat? Do you want to consider that an attack or just a smart guy? Because these 8 things aren't going to happen. They've been happening, and they are all now complete. To some degree. All right, here they are. Healthcare control. Control healthcare. You control healthcare. You control the people. Wait till you read this story I've got at the end of this. C.S. Lewis. All right. Was this an attack from China, from good business deals from Trump? Was this germ warfare? There's all kinds of things that have been going on and people aren't talking about. But I just don't think it was something that just happened. I think it was somebody's design. Poverty. It's because this elite, wealthy, socialist, progressive group wants to take over America. Well, now they have. Okay? And they're using healthcare to control us. Poverty, number 2. Increase the poverty level. This is what Khrushchev is saying in 1959. Do not forget that. Increase the poverty level as high as possible. Poor people are easier to control and will not fight back if you're providing everything for them. Coincidentally, this is the same time that the Democratic Party has been doing this to the entire black community. I hate to think about that scenario. That's so evil in so many ways. Number 3, debt. Increase the debt to an unsustainable level. We are there. And at this moment, they're wanting to pass a $1.9 trillion another expenditure. There's $1 trillion out there already. We've done 2 or 3 of these things. Awful. This, what they're doing, is exactly what they're trying to put us in a place where we're dependent upon socialism. Man, increase taxes and will produce more poverty. Now, the wealthy get a lot wealthier. Don't misunderstand. That 1-2% get a lot wealthier. Gun control. Boy, this Second Amendment is under serious attack. Ammunition, all this stuff we can't get, and they're just read our Constitution, for goodness sakes, people. Oh, that gets in the way of what they want to do. Quote, gun control, remove the ability to defend themselves from the government. That way, you'll be able to create a police state. Is that what they're suggesting in front of the Capitol building with all those fences that are out there for blocks and hundreds of National Guardsmen? And the day after, what are they doing? They know exactly what they're doing, and we don't. And the reason when we find out, somebody doesn't like socialism. I wonder how many. Welfare. Take control of every aspect, food, housing, income, to their lives, because it will make them fully dependent upon the government. If you want a socialistic country, do everything for them. Just like they're saying right now, don't worry, we're going to send you another check. 9% of the 1.9 is going to COVID care. The other 91% is going to other countries and special interests. Oh, they want a welfare they don't want you off welfare. They want to keep you suppressed. They don't want you to have any self-esteem. Education. This has been and welfare coincides, by the way, with Khrushchev's talk in 1959. In the mid-60s, it came out, and it's been flourishing since. Although with Trump, a lot of people got off of welfare, got to take care of themselves, and families were together, and they were growing and getting things and having things. And yeah, that's gone. Education. Take control of what people read, listen, and think. So if you've listened to me at all, you need to be aware. If you're under 45, 50 years old, you have no idea how much socialism, communism, been fed into your brain. I was taking in 1972, my high school, Americanism versus communism, and the entire class was promoting, the teacher was promoting communism. 1972. Do you think our children and our grandchildren are just flooded with this socialistic agenda and liberal propaganda? You better believe it. Our education system has fallen over to this awful thing. We don't teach real American history. We don't teach real character anymore. We don't teach any personal responsibility. We don't do anything that makes absolute sense. Reading, math, and arithmetic. Come on. Education system is sold to the liberals. Socialism. How do you think they don't understand what's going on? Why are you older people so upset? Religion. Remove the belief in God from the government and schools because the people need to believe in only the government, knowing that the government knows what's best for them. No, that's not me. We're not in together with this one either. None of these 8 things. The government needs to be as small as possible. But they want to remove religion. They have been very good. They remove prayer. They remove the book. They don't, the first textbook in American education was the Bible. Okay. They've eliminated that. They're trying to get out of all, they want to get it off the pledge and our songs. And they've closed our churches. They've opened bars. They've opened other scenarios, drugstores, liquor stores. But don't you go to church. You're not essential. Well, that's against the Constitution. You really can't even say that. Now, I bought into it for the first 2 weeks. This COVID novel pandemic, which is neither novel, neither a pandemic. It's an attack taking place. Okay, I bought it for the 2 weeks. After that, nah, it's an intrusion of, let me list them on another day, okay? They want to remove religion from our society. The socialistics do. And that's where you come into this cancel culture. We are those deplorables if you're a conservative constitutional Christian. We are now called Neanderthals. They can call us whatever they want. It's okay. It's not racist. It's not bigoted, etc., etc., etc. It's all right. You deserve it all because you're white. And you're one of those Christians. Cancel culture. Get ready, preachers. Christians. We've been privileged, thank God. We've had a land of the free and the home of the brave. God bless America, has done it for centuries. But we may now become the people of persecution, not the privileged. Number 8, class warfare. Have they done a master job between economy, the rich and the poor, dividing us like the Red Sea and Moses and Israel walking through, and different colors, blacks, well, all colors versus white. What is that? What kind of reality is that? Anyways, that's their mantra, and they're serious about it. Whites versus all people of color. You know, what's frustrating for the black community is that the Asians and all the Latinos have outperformed them in a much shorter period of time. That's not my fault. Whose fault is it? Anyways, they're dividing us by color, they're dividing us by economics, and they're dividing us by age. Something we have absolutely no control over. The older people are, and the younger people are. No offense, younger people. I've got 5 kids. You don't really know most of the questions, much less the answers. Anyways, that's what they've done. Now, I'm going to read this thing from C.S. Lewis. Do I got time? Yeah. All right. C.S. Lewis wrote this 70 years ago. He's an author. How Should We Then Live? And he wrote this Screwtape Letters. Screwtape Letters by C.S. Lewis. Google, look it up. And this is a scene out of an old devil talking to a new devil, young devil, and an old devil. One young devil asked the old devil, "How did you manage to bring so many souls to hell?" The old devil answered, "I instilled fear in them." Now don't forget, this is written 70 years ago. Okay? So this is like 1950. "I instilled in them fear," answers the younger sister. Great youngster. "Great job. And what were they afraid of? Wars? Hunger?" Answers the old devil. "No, they were afraid of disease." For this youngster, does this mean that they didn't get sick? Are they not dead? There was no rescue for them? The old devil answered, "But no, they got sick, they died, and the rescue was there." The young devil, surprised, and answered, "Then I don't understand." The old devil answered, "You know, they believed the only thing that they had to keep at all cost was their lives. They stopped hugging, they stopped greeting each other. 70 years ago. They stopped hugging, they stopped greeting each other, they moved away from each other, they gave up their social contacts, and everything that was human. These masks are dehumanizing us, making us look robots and puppets. Later, they ran out of money, lost their jobs, but that was their choice because they were afraid of their lives. That's why they quit their jobs without having any bread. They believed binding everything blindly. They believed blindly everything that they heard and read in the papers. Didn't have all this social media and everything in 1950. Okay, so add the news, the TV was there just barely. That's how long ago 70 years is. They stopped visiting family and friends. The world turned into such a concentration camp without forcing them into captivity. They accepted everything just to live at least one more miserable day. And so living, they died every day. And that's how it was so easy for me to take their miserable souls to hell. C.S. Lewis in the Screwtape Letters wrote this 70 years ago. I'm Jim Willis. I really do care for you. I am sorry. It's sad but true series, but I'm just saying. We'll get past this. I got a couple more, and we'll see you soon. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Blessings, y'all.